Okay, so here's my this is my Storm Totem and Wind Devil Druid build. Just give you a quick look at it. Hasn't changed since the last video I posted pretty much. Still substantially the same build. I'll show you how it runs. It's pretty crazy actually. It feels, offensively it feels more powerful than my Vitality Totem build, or dual Vitality Totems. Defensively you can tell it does lack somewhat. I think that'll, getting shield at a higher level will probably help with that. Because when I originally built it, the shield wasn't on the toggle. I think you might have just put the shield on the toggle at that point. You can see, but offensively it does quite well.
I can't do that yet.
It's quite a busy build, but there seems to be more waiting for cooldown than what there is with the dual Vitality Totem build. So, because obviously I want to keep out of the way of mobs, because I don't have any real sort of healing potential, so for me, it's better if I just stay right away from whatever's going on. Just try and position myself tactically, obviously. And get the totems out where they're needed, and the storm, the wind devils.
I can't do that yet.
One thing I will mention though is that judging from that, the Vitality Totems seem to do better damage against heroes. Almost down here in SO2. Once again, this is probably a build that would, in fact, this build would probably be easier to stack both elemental damage and cooldown reduction on it, which would certainly give you 3 totems and 3 wind devils. Having those out at approximately 25% of the time, having all 3 of them up, should help substantially with damage, and also the playability of it. There's a lot of forward momentum again, as with the Storm Totem build. So these builds will definitely benefit both in play style and damage wise. They'll definitely benefit from cooldown reduction, but this one will probably also will benefit more because you'll be able to stack elemental damage easier whereas getting a double affix with cooldown reduction and vitality damage is probably going to be a lot harder than just getting even a single affix that's got cooldown reduction and elemental damage. Well, we didn't do too badly against him there. He seemed to die substantially quicker than against my vitality guys, but then some of those ghosts and that heroes, they took longer to die. What I was seeing against the vitality damage. So there you go. I just suppose it's a matter of resist then, isn't it? But yeah, cleans up. Thoughts about whether it's OP, I wouldn't like to say that at the moment. It's this sort of build, as I said, is probably easier to gear for, but you can see it doesn't have the same durability that the dual vitality totem build using the utility totem there gives it substantially more durability, which I suppose is a bit of a trade-off. You can get more damage out with this one, but you're a bit tankier with the other one. So I mean, you can see I got probably 2,000 or roughly 1,000 more health than what my other build had on this one, and it still doesn't feel as tanky. You really got to watch out you don't get it stuck and get it, and people start pizzling on it. Whereas you've seen with the other one, I got sandwiched in between two spawns of ghosts, and they were fairly decent sized spawns, and just whacked the old Wendigo totem down and busted out a couple of the vitality totems, and there you go, man. Just held my ground, and well, I had nowhere to go anyway. I had to hold my ground and cleared a lot of them without taking any real substantial harm to the character. So you can see that there is definitely a trade-off. You're getting higher damage here, but you're getting a tankier building it the other way. So I don't know what you guys think, whether that's sufficient to account for the higher damage or whatever. I wouldn't say nerf it at this point, maybe wait to see what comes back from the forum. Obviously I haven't got all the best double affix rares going on this build, as you can see. I just basically threw it together with epics that I could grab, and it's certainly been nerfed a bit because this, I believe it was more powerful than its previous incarnation. I think you can see there it's doing, 2,500 lightning damage. I think I had that up to about 4.8 as the max damage, whereas so it's roughly halved top end damage on the lightning with the Storm Totem. So yeah, but having said that, I can get both of those totems out, and the Wind Devils are still quite lively as well, though I do have them maxed, almost maxed. So that's maxed, that's got a little way to go, and I can get a fair bit of cold damage, and if I stack elemental damage specifically, I'll be able to buff all of these in one go, sort of thing. So it has the potential to produce a fair bit more damage than what it is now. Whereas my vitality totem build, I would need Dreadlords of wasting, maybe 3 or 4 pieces of that sort of gear to really make a substantial change to the damage output of my dual vitality totems. So yeah, this build obviously has a lot more potential to be damaging, and if it can do that, if it can clear the crowds quicker, it's not really going to suffer for the lack of defensive power. So there you have it.